Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here on this Monday morning, getting the week started off right. And we've got a special guest here. We're going to talk a lot of fishing. Last week with Bobby Ramos, we talked a lot about hunting. Today we're going to talk a lot about fishing. But first, let's take care of our weather, brought to us by Drew Pollard's company, Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, right out here in Southport, taking care of our everyday air conditioning needs. We're looking at a high today of 83, a low of 68. It's been like that for about 10 days now, right in there. And we've got a good week coming up. When we get a tide chart, let's don't take a special look at it. But first, let's look at the moon phase, or our Monday moon phase, brought to us by Mountain Dew. On the outdoors with Mountain Dew. I hope you got to see that full moon last week. It was just spectacular. October full moon is one of my favorites. So right now, of course, we're in the waning stage, and we'll go through this about 7 or 8 days. But it's going to be good fishing around. All week long with the moon phase is going to be excellent. Okay, so if you fish by the moon, you know what I'm talking about. The full moon itself is not a good day to fish, but we've talked about that over and over again. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Check this out. What a week of tides we're going to have. This morning low tide will be at 10:07, and then coming in all the way to 12:37, right around midnight. So I mean, this is excellent. We got a falling tide, and then it's coming in all afternoon. So some great tides all week long to wrap up the last week of October. Hard to believe October is going by. All right, the water temperature, like I said, we just haven't been able to get it. I don't know what happened to the buoy at the end of the pier. I'm going to send someone out there looking for it, I guess, because we haven't had it over a week. But the wind direction will be south-southeast at about 10, 8 to 10. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, and guess who's here this morning? Famous young fisherman, Brock Meyer. Welcome
thanks,
back.
Man. It's good to be here.
Well, listen, he was going to come about 2 weeks ago. It was on the way, and it started. We had that rain, and you got caught. Remember all that rain we had 2 weeks ago? It flooded all over, and you were coming to Southport from the beach.
Right.
And what happened?
Winston, I got to the Hathaway Bridge, and there the water on the road was above my tires, and I was like, he wouldn't want me to drive in this, so I was like, I just turned around, it ain't ever worth risking it driving like that.
And that was a good decision, but a lot of people got in trouble that day.
Yeah, definitely.
Not bad trouble, but just had a detour and all. And
definitely.
Yeah, and but we're glad you made it today.
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate being here.
For today. So I know we don't have anything planned. We're just going to talk about fishing. And Brock has impressed me since he came down here, 2 or 3 years ago now?
Yes, sir. 3 years ago.
3 years ago. And he's a serious fisherman, and he enjoys fishing, and came down from North Alabama and taught himself and listened to people and taught yourself a lot.
Yeah, YouTube helps out a lot too. Watching all these guys' videos on YouTube, they get on there and share all their information. That definitely helps out a little bit.
That's true. So what have you been up to?
I've just been fishing and working. I don't know if I've told the camera before, but I'm a fishing pro down at Panama City Beach, the west end of the beach down there, Bay Breeze Bait and Tackle. If any of y'all ever want to come see me, you're more than welcome to. But other than that, I've just been running fishing charters off the beach and off my kayak, and fishing off the beach and in the bay.
That's the thing about it. You've done just a variety of fishing.
Right. I try to mix it up. I get bored if I just keep surf fishing over and over again. I got to go change it up. I like to hunt. I like to go be outdoors in general. So anything I can do to get outside really makes it worthwhile to me. Yeah,
we're doing a good job. We've got some cool pictures. We're going to try to get them transferred in here, and we'll talk. You sent some really cool pictures, so. Let's talk, and it's sort of at random, so see if you can pick them up. Yes. Tell us about this one right here.
Yeah, so that's offshore, obviously. Those are some big mangroves I caught during the last full moon. I caught them on frozen cigar minnows. They have very good eyesight, so you need to use like a 30-pound leader. Sometimes you get broke off fishing for them.
How deep were you out here?
80 feet is where I caught those at. 80 feet deep, about 4 miles straight out of the pass on public numbers. You know, everybody knows them. You know, anybody can go out there and fish them. But the full moon, if you get out there during that time or have the opportunity to go, I definitely would, and I'd definitely be fishing for them.
Okay, so keep that in mind in November.
Yeah, so that's about 3 days before the other picture right there. That's about a 19-inch mangrove. You know, caught it on a live bait, live cigar minnow. If you can catch live bait, that'll definitely increase your chances in getting some mangroves. Those are better than red snapper.
That's spoken like a true guide, because it's so true. If you have a live bait and a bait wiggling around,
gosh,
it is so true. All the boats I go on, we have that live bait.
Right.
What about this?
So that's down on 30A, down in Santa Rosa Beach. There's a few nearshore reefs I can get to on my kayak, and anybody can go find them. They're public numbers on the internet. But you go out there about a mile and it's about 60 foot deep, but there's some big grouper units down there, big concrete structures, kind of square shaped with windows in them so fish can swim inside.
Those are great.
Yeah, there's like 6 of them in a circle right there, and you can just float around on a kayak or a boat, you know, but it's easy with a kayak to get out there.
Well, the thing about kayak, you're being really quiet when you get out there, not on a motor, so that's good.
I can anchor up really easy and like figure out which way the current's going, throw my anchor out and tie it off to my kayak, and I'll drift and be right on top of the reef, and I'll throw out a chum bag. Those mangrove snappers like that, they'll just come up and start eating. You won't even catch 99% of them because they're so smart, but you might end up getting 2 or 3 or 4, you know, and unless you know exactly what you're doing out there, you know.
You know, the thing about it, you're able to, when you're out there, you're able to sort of look around and see what I just said, the current is so important, but when you look around, you're able to see the fish and all moving and everything.
Yeah, it's awesome being able to see that from a kayak.
That's a beautiful part about it. Okay, this next picture here, what about this one?
Yeah, so that goes back to me switching it up. I do all types of fishing, so I get off work usually in the afternoon, and I go up to West Bay Bridge. It's not a secret spot. You know, you can fish with fiddler crabs or live shrimp, and you can get fish just like I have here. Basically, that's a sheep's head. It's around 19 and a half, 20 inches. I think it weighed about 4.6 pounds. So I got 2 really nice fillets off him, man. That's some fine eating.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That's some really good eating.
Gosh, that's good. Yeah, they got some weird teeth on them, too. If you've never seen their teeth, I recommend you going to fish for them because
that's how I got the name of sheephead. Those teeth right straight across right there. Look like sheep and all.
God, they look just like it.
They really do. And but I know you got to sort of be patient on the bite too. They'll nibble a little bit before they.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're very finicky. I use 15-pound leader for them and a small J hook. I fish with fiddler crabs. You know, like I was saying, the fiddler crabs, you can get them on the bay or you can go to a bait shop and get them. We sometimes carry them at Bay Breeze, but not always. Basically, you know, you just go out there on the shores of the bay and you can find them running around. You can pick up a few of them and try them if you ever have the opportunity.
That sounds good. Okay, we're gonna take a break. We've got all kind of fishing information, all kind of stuff to share with you. So let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Sitting here with Brock Meyer. Brock, let me ask you, have you thought about getting your captain's license, so we'll call you Captain Brock Meyer?
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, definitely. It might be coming in the near future. I've been definitely looking into getting my 6-pack license online.
Yeah.
I just got to find the time to do it. I'm actually might be having the opportunity here soon to go to Panama in South America and run kayak fishing charters down there for Los Buzos Resort. Yeah, wow. So it's one of the world's top kayak fishing destinations. But
how'd you get hooked up with them?
I know a few people that do YouTube videos and talk to them pretty regularly on social media, and they told me they had a spot maybe available in 2022. So I might be going down there maybe next year. I'm going to get my passport and all that this week and getting all that straightened away. So hopefully that works out pretty good. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, you know, these fish around here, they'll be saying, thank God Rock Myers left out here, so we're safe now for a little while.
Oh, man.
Okay, what about this fish?
So that's my buddy Sean. Me and him, like I said, we go out on our kayaks all the time. We troll for kings, mahi, blackfin tuna, sailfish. That day we went and trolled out there. We didn't even hit the reef. We found a submerged ship. It was sunk on the bottom, but there's this wooden telephone pole coming up. It's 60 feet tall, 57 feet tall. Sticks
so that's
up
a
straight.
mast coming up from it?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so. That's the only thing I think it could be. But it comes up 3 foot below the water's surface. You can see it underwater.
Yeah.
But there's tons of dolphin around it. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, we went out there and just killed them. I caught about 6. He caught his limit, which is 10. And those are pretty good sized dolphin for, a mile offshore. You can't beat that.
Y'all just found a place where they're paddling around.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing about it. There's all kinds. There's still places people haven't found yet.
Oh, right.
All over the place. And
Definitely.
things happen, and it's that structure right there.
Definitely. The bait's all around it. The cigar minnows and thread fins are all around it. And the kings and the mahi and everything else are going to come in there.
I see those. First thing I think about is a fish taco.
Oh,
Mahi
yeah,
taco.
man. You can't
I love
beat
a mahi
that.
taco.
Yeah, you can't beat
Los
that.
Angeles. Okay, that's a good catch right there. Let's see. What about this one?
Yeah, so that's a nice redfish. It's 25 inches. Caught it down on 30 A2 just on a pompano rig and a sand flea and a piece of fish gum. That's usually what I use for redfish off the beach. Any kind of pompano rig will work. Preferably not the ones with the metal clips on them and all that. The fish are too smart to be eating all that stuff. That's like you eating a hair with food in it. Food with hair in it.
Yeah, and the thing about it, on the west end now, I'm starting to see a couple of pictures this past week of a few pompano runs. Have you started catching some out there?
Yeah. Last week I caught 2.
Okay.
We caught them right at sunset one afternoon. We've been tearing up the whiting though. Lots of whiting down there feeding right now. Unfortunately, lots of catfish. No matter what you use, you're going to get those. Unfortunately. Squid and rotten shrimp will get you the most, though.
We were talking about it before the show. Those catfish are one word. They're aggravating.
Aggravating. That's the main word for those.
And I'm the same way. Especially, that's really I'm about to quit surf fishing the whole month of July because August.
Redfish are the only thing that keeps me going through July. There's some more mangroves. I caught those on the last full moon as well. Same thing. Go out there and drop the cigar minnows.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what about this one?
So this time of year, and a little bit earlier, at the start of September through October mainly, we have a little run of sailfish that come close to shore. Anybody can go out there and try to catch them. The way we usually catch them is on either a steel leader, like 40-pound hardwire and a single black treble hook, or we use like a 60-pound fluorocarbon leader with a single black treble hook, and preferably a live cigar minnow. We've caught them off dead cigar minnows, but they always hit the live ones, or a live hardtail.
That's, you hit a segment right there, but people don't go for those very often.
Right.
That's a special right there. That's special to be able to do
Definitely, yeah, definitely. It's a great opportunity to be able to get out there and go chase after those trophy fish like that off a kayak.
They're almost, I use the word majestic.
They're very majestic.
When they're jumping out and all, they're graceful, majestic, and they're strong.
Right, they're so strong. When they get up next to the kayak, how they just move through the water like that, super cool. I mean, just being up close to one's very, very awesome. I'd like to get the radio tags where I could tag them and see where they go. That's really what I'd like to do.
Check into that and see what you do with that, because I know they're doing that and tracking them and all.
I'll track the blackfin tuna as well, because they're close to shore right now. You'll catch them the same way. Tuna though, they prefer to hit like a lot of the times they'll eat a live bait. They'll eat it all day long and every day of the week, but a lot of times they'll hit a hard plastic bait even more than a live bait, like a Rapala Mag 15 deep diver, a little deep diver.
Yeah.
Goes down about 15 foot. They'll destroy that, just tie about a 40-pound leader on it and troll it.
And it's throwing it, you reeling it
Yeah,
pretty fast?
I just troll it behind the kayak. I throw it out and I just let about 50 yards of line out, and then on my live bait rod, I'll let out about 100 yards of line and let it swim way back there. And then about 50 yards behind me, I'll have that deep diver kind of running down behind my kayak. That attracts the fish over.
They can't
all
resist
that,
that kind
stuff. No, that's what I like to do. Troll both at the same time. But you'll get hung up doing, like tangled up doing that a lot if you get a big fish.
because you don't have much distance.
Exactly. You're having a real one while you're holding the other rod. It ain't working out too well.
Okay, let's take a final break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Sitting here with Brock Meyer. Before we get to Brock, let's take a look at our fishing game times. We're looking at, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 3:01 to 5:01 this morning, and this afternoon from 3:26 to 5:26. So we'll go from there. Now, you've got, we ended up October, you got November coming up, and we've got some cool things going on. So what all you plan on doing?
Well, I've got duck season coming up, so I'm a big duck hunter. I like going up to the Sand Hill Ponds up north of Panama City and Lynn Haven. There's lots of wood ducks, ringnecks, and stuff like that up around Porter Pond, Blue Springs area. All those areas are very conducive for duck hunting. We got deer season coming up too. I'm hoping to get up around Ebro and go deer hunting a little bit, deer and hog hunting.
Yeah, you got a busy schedule for the month.
Oh, I do.
Let's get this picture here. Tell about this.
So that was last year. Basically on this weekend coming up, I caught it about a year ago. It's a 30-pound blackfin tuna. I got that out of Destin. I caught it on a pinfish on a 50-pound fluorocarbon leader, throwing it off the back of the boat and just letting it swim around. This time of year, along with the sailfish, these come close to shore as well. The tuna, they really like to come up around Navarre and the Destin area. That's where they really, the majority of them come. But every year we catch, quite a few out of Panama City Beach. And we catch them off kayaks too. This year hasn't been the best due to the dirty water. All that rain runoff me and Winston were talking about earlier. It ran off, created a bunch of, I don't know if the dead fish were contributed to the fresh water or to what, but a lot of detrimental things happened to the area due to that. Yep. And one being, I lost like 2 weeks of my blackfin tuna season and sailfish season off my kayak because I only have a few select weather days I can go out there and basically fish. And when that dirty water comes and the water's flat but it's chocolate milk, nothing's going to be, no pelagic fish are going to be hitting in that. Maybe Spanish mackerel, which is what I'm about to show you next. So I started making my own lures kind of and seeing what works like that. And I just went down to a half hitch and got a few little squid skirts and some weights and stuff. And I rigged up some homemade lures and I threw it off the back of the boat. In 2 or 3 minutes, I started catching Spanish mackerel. So I can't beat, I was like, heck, you can't beat that. That's the first lure I ever made.
That's awesome. That's our last picture. We got about a couple minutes. So.
Yeah, so this is Panama City Beach Fishing Rodeo, big tournament they had this year at Captain Anderson's Marina. They put on a great tournament. I absolutely had a blast fishing it. Everybody that worked there was top notch. Next year, I suggest everybody entering in it. There's land-based, kayak-based divisions.
Yeah, tell them to let us know about it, and we'll talk about it. They didn't let us know about it this year,
so
we
yeah,
didn't get
definitely,
a lot of coverage on it. So
definitely, yeah, for sure.
We cover all the tournaments and all.
But yeah, I won the Pompano division, and I came second place in the land-based trout division.
Congratulations!
So, thanks. So that's pretty cool. I got a little bit of money from it. So
well, the Pompano, how big was it?
It was 1.6 pounds.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, it's little. It's a little one. No one else even caught one though. The water was chocolate milk the whole tournament.
That's why they want to tell us folks on this side of the bridge about it, because they know we're gonna come in there and catch some big stuff. But
clean house.
Next year, well, I'm just talking. Listen, we got to start wrapping things up, but the rest of this week we might have to get a show tomorrow. But Jeff Peck is going to take a vacation. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
Now, when Jeff takes a vacation, it's different. When I take time off, anybody can come do this. But when Jeff takes off, nobody can do that.
Yeah,
I can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I can catch a redfish, but I can't edit a TV show.
Yeah, I know. And we'll have some great video coming up. I mean, we've done this long enough. We have a vault full of just outstanding video, from brim fishing to red snapper fishing to quail hunting. And we got all kinds of great videos, so y'all will be enjoying that while Jeff takes a well-deserved vacation. So we'll talk more about that. But anyway, got about a minute or two left, so we've covered everything. I think we got all your pictures.
Basically, yeah, we got all the pictures taken care of. You know, the fall pompano run's going to be coming up. You know, around the start of November. You know, whenever the water gets around 70 degrees. I think the water's 79 off the beach today. You know, so everybody needs to get out there and go try to, you know, catch a few pompano off the beach. This second best time of the year to go do it is coming up. If you can find, you know, about 1 to 2 foot waves at the beach and really clear water, and there's sand fleas around on the sand, then you're gonna be catching some fish off the beach.
That's cool. And then we got, you know, a little bit of red snapper season left. If you get out on a charter boat, we talked about that.
Yep.
It's interesting. You were talking about the tuna, catching the tuna, but how the water conditions affected the tuna. We
Right.
talked about that, but they're so sensitive to that. But that's a good job. Y'all getting out on kayaks catching those tuna.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna be going out on that boat I caught the tuna on last year on the 30th of October. So I'll be sure to let you know.
Well, we got a call. I'm gonna be out red snapper fishing on the 30th. So
Okay, me too. We're doing the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll send pictures. Look how big my fish is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see who wins.
Okay, Brock. Thank you for coming on, buddy.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
again.
I love being on here and getting to talk to everybody about what I love.
Well, you're doing a great job, and you have that passion for fishing, so we just like to share it with our viewers. So
Thank you, sir.
Good job. Folks, we always appreciate you watching Panhandle Outdoors, and, you know, get out like Brock does, just get out and get it done, and just go out there and catch some fish. Y'all do something good today. If you're a fellow man, you have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.